Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today where we'll be talking about the finance major within the Bachelor of Business here at UTS Business School. My name's Rachel and joining me is Dr. Vinay Patel, who coordinates the finance major within the Bachelor of Business.
Good day guys, my name is Vinay Patel. I teach finance in the Bachelor of Business and I look forward to welcoming many of you guys to UTS next year. Just a little bit about myself. Once upon a time, I was like you guys. I did a Bachelor of Business at UTS, majoring in both finance and accounting. I subsequently did an honours and a PhD in finance, both at UTS, which focused on insider trading in stock and options markets. I had an amazing experience studying at finance at UTS, and I know you guys will too.
Now, first up, what exactly is finance?
So finance is about the management of money and it affects everyone. So it can be anything related to investors. So these are the guys with bags of money or bags of cash. Think Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, or investors could simply be just you or I. It could also be related to the successful running of businesses. So think Apple, Tesla, McDonald's, or the running of the Australian government. And so basically the flow of money between these investors, the businesses, and the government is transferred through what's known as financial intermediaries. So these are like your big banks, like your Commonwealth Bank and Macquarie Bank. And the flow of money is also transferred through what's known as financial markets. So these are just the different types of things that we invest in. So think about investing in stocks, bonds, and so forth. So maybe a good example of someone who has made good finance decisions is Steve Jobs, who founded Apple in 1980. So for example, if you guys invested $1,000 in 1980 in Apple stock, how much do you think you would have today? Well, one thing is for sure, you'd be pretty rich. So you probably have almost $10 million or so today. So that's pretty amazing, right? So however, if you think that the only people that need to understand finance are those that work in banking, I think it's time you reconsidered your view. Whether you realize it or not, finance affects everybody and you'll use finance every day. So studying finance can have a huge and good impact on your life, whether that be relating to you saving some money to go on holiday to the Greek Islands, or investing in Amazon stock, or even buying a house in Sydney and running your own business.
So pretty much all Bachelor of Businesses or a Bachelor of Commerce have finance as an option. Why should students study finance at UTS?
So there are several reasons why you should study finance at UTS. We have world-class researchers and award-winning teachers, especially in the areas of ethics, banking, corporate finance, and microstructure. We have teachers who will give them, if you give them an inch, they'll give you a mile. I can attest to this personally during my undergraduate honours and PhD studies. Our teachers are quite intelligent and inspiring and are often quite supportive and very generous with their time, even into the early hours of the morning, whether that be replying to an email for help or helping out with an assignment or a research project, or even recommending job opportunities for students. In addition, we have a good mix of professional staff and guest lecturers to share their experience and their knowledge with you. So basically, we've designed our classes in such a way, so we've designed them based on feedback from the finance industry. So our courses will prepare you for the workplace, so you'll be work ready, as we often relate our content to practice. So for example, you could examine whether Qantas should add a new plane into its lineup, or you could determine whether you should buy Afterpay shares. So through our courses and assessments, we will help you develop those skills that you need to go and get a job, but also be good on the job. So think about the analytical problem-solving skills, communication, presentation, writing, research, teamwork, and data analysis skills that will help you in the finance world. We are also connected with industry, not just because our campus is situated in the heart of the Sydney CBD. For example, our finance major is a university affiliated program with the CFA Institute. So this means that what we teach you is closely tied to the real world and is also suited well to students who want to go on and subsequently do a professional CFA qualification. So as a result of such features, our finance department is ranked in the top 100 in the world in accounting and finance. So that's pretty cool. And that's a fantastic achievement for a young uni. And it also provides a great opportunity for you guys to learn about finance.
And what are the subjects that students will be studying in the finance major?
So we have 5 core finance subjects which everyone has to do. These subjects will introduce you to the banking sector and financial markets and how they work. They'll skill you up in analyzing big data. They will develop your financial decision making and portfolio management skills, which are particularly important for a career in finance. And the capstone class brings everything together and applies everything in a real world context. So in addition to all of those things, we also give you lots of choice depending on which area of finance you want to specialize in. So for example, if you want to learn about more complicated investments that you can make, you can study derivative securities. Or many of you will probably want to be investment or commercial bankers, so we have specific classes for those areas. And you can also complete an internship for credit points as well.
So what are some of the career options available to students who do choose to specialise in finance?
So there are many different finance career paths that UTS graduates go on to do. A common and very popular career path is to work in an investment bank. So in the bank, you could be in what's known as the sales team, where you would be a financial advisor or a stockbroker. So essentially you can advise clients on what kind of investments they want to make. Or alternatively, you could be a trader. So you could trade in stocks, foreign exchange, commodities, and all of those sorts of things on behalf of the bank's clients or on behalf of the bank itself. So this is some of the things that Michael is doing at JP Morgan. You could also be in the deals team. So if you're in a deals team, something that you might consider is whether Red Bull should buy a company like Coca-Cola. Or you could be in a funding team. And your job would be to help businesses raise equity or debt to fund their operations. So this is some of the things that Mark is doing at Rothschild. Another important team in a bank is the risk team. So he would help to manage and analyze risk exposure for the bank and for your clients. You could use derivatives or diversification to do such things. This is some of what Daniel's doing now at Macquarie Bank. So some other things you could do is you could also be a management consultant, which is quite popular. Your role would essentially to be advisor on business strategy, which is quite exciting. So this is some of what Seog is doing at Amazon right now. So for example, he's working on how Amazon can better deliver or faster deliver your orders to your house. So you can thank him for that. Or alternatively, you could work for the government and you could conduct economic and financial analysis to help shape government policy. So this is some of what Alexandra has done for the Reserve Bank of Australia. So these are just a few of the examples of some of the types of career paths that finance students can take. There are many more. I've primarily focused on UTS graduates of whom I've taught or know personally. However, other UTS graduates have gone on to do some pretty cool things, including asset and portfolio management of investors' money. Some have obtained really cool or really senior positions within a business. For example, the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, or directors of a business, and others have shown their entrepreneurial spirit and started their own business. So just a few of the more sort of popular employers of UTS finance graduates include the banks. So think Commonwealth Bank, NAB, ANZ, and Westpac, as well as some of the professional services firms like PricewaterhouseCoopers and Deloitte.
And finally, what would be your top tip to someone that was interested in studying finance at UTS?
So my top tip would simply be just to get involved. So this can be as simple as reading the financial news, company announcements, opinion pieces or blogs, or to something a little more involved, which could be saving a little bit of money and investing in the stock market. You learn by doing, so remember to only invest what you can afford to lose. Information is power, so becoming better informed will help you make the best financial decisions, but also help you to decide what kind of career you want to pursue.
Vinay, thank you so much for your time and for talking us through the finance major.
Well, that's a wrap for me, guys. Hopefully you found the information informative. I hope to see you guys at UTS next year.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please feel free to explore our other videos detailing our courses and majors. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via our social media channels or contact us directly by phone on 9514 3074 or email business@uts.edu.au. Thanks again.